Hello, everyone. Today we will be doing a trading session on pocket options, utilizing a strategy that I think is really good for beginners. The first indicator that we're going to use is the RSI. Go here and we get that indicator right here, RSI. See, it's here. It comes at default at period 14. I want you to change that to 8. And also, I want you to make this, when it comes to the settings, you want to make this, the settings are going to be 70-30. You want to change them to 80-20, okay? And hit save. The second indicator that I'll be using is Bollinger Bands. And let's see, I'm going to, let's see, period 5, and the deviation will be 2, okay? Okay, now today is the weekend, so all of the market is what is OTC, the over the counter, so it's provided by your broker. And a lot of people say, well, you can't really trade OTC. It doesn't work and da 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 da. And the purpose of me continuing to do these videos specifically on OTC is to just kind of get away from that. I feel like I believe I can do it. I just have to learn how to do it. So what I'm doing now, I prefer to trade currencies that are traded with USD. So I got AUD USD, Euro USD, US CAD, New Zealand dollar and US. And that's probably about as low as I'm going to go. Okay, that's enough for, it's sufficient. Okay. All right, so let's start with the first USD. I'm just gonna kind of take a look. The whole concept is not about analyzing. It's not about doing any of that. It's a simple concept of understanding about overbought and oversold. Okay, so just say for instance, at this point in the market where the RSI was over the 80, that will be this point right here. And then it went on, you see the opportunity was there as it went and you're able to sell down, okay? Those are the type of entries that we're looking for. This is on a 1-minute candle. Now, when you're doing binary options, you have to consider the candlesticks are moving. You have to give the candlesticks time enough to actually go into the position that you are believing that they'll go into, okay? So when you take this trade here, being that this is going to be a selling opportunity, you want to make sure that when you are in, you get in. So you saw this green candle here, got to the 80, and then that next candle was the red candle. So I would make sure to get in, you know, at the high of that red candle and take a sell, okay? So everything's going below that, okay? Let's see what else I am looking for. Another opportunity would be down here at the point where the RSI was below the 20. So that would be right up in here, okay? And then you see the next candle. I would wait for the green one and I would get in here. I would get in here at the I would get in here and take a buy here, okay? And you see how that went, right? I don't think I would do no more than like 2 minutes. Just depends on how the market is moving, okay? So that's what we're looking for. And those are the moments that we'll be looking for in order to start taking trades. I want to be very specific about those rules. It must be below the 20, or it must be above the 80 before we will look into taking that trade, either the buy or the sell, okay? So I'm just going to continue to look for good moments, and I'll come back when it's time to take the trade. Here, I believe there was a good moment, as this candle did close outside of the Bollinger Band. I took a 2-minute sell on this particular one. So we will just wait and see what happens. Okay, and wonderful. We have won that trade. So I will come back for another moment. I think this is a good moment right here. This closed outside. It's closing outside of the Bollinger Band. It's over the 80. And I'm just trying to decide at what point I'm going to get in. But just to recognize this particular moment. I just feel like I need to give myself like 3 minutes. But I'm gonna wait before I go in. Let's see, this probably would have been like, it's really strong to the upside. So in situations like this, sometimes you just have to be patient. Those candles are really strong as they're pushing up to the upside. But so my strategy will be to get to the high of that candle. It's pulling down, and you'll see they're kind of like staggering down. So I'm just trying to identify my point of entry. I see that one, the candlestick before is outside of the band, and it still looks possibly could be continuing up, but it also could be coming down. So And this is one of those situations where we did not have the correct analysis. This is a continuation to the upside, very strong to the upside. Very, very strong as that. Yes, it's over the 80, but it's just continuing to go up. So this is just situations where you have to just pay attention, not jumping into the trade. That's why I start with such low amounts as I am kind of getting familiar. So this is another reason why you don't want to have so many pairs that you are trading. As I did, I picked up more. And I probably should not have did that, but I did, just giving myself more opportunities in trades. But to be honest, I'm gonna just stick to my rules. Like I said, if it's a US currency that's with it, I'll trade that. The others just have a tendency to just react a little bit differently. So I'll just stick to what I said and keep it simple, okay? So I will observe this one here. Now this one is on a downtrend. As you can see, it's a very, very strong down, but you have your ups and downs. As you saw, the strong move to the upside right here. And now you're having a strong move to the downside with some pullbacks. And this particular one here, as history repeats itself, I'll come back when this one gets to, just like with this one here, just right at under the 20, and then it just went on. It was like, it just the move wasn't as strong here, a little stronger, but now it's closed outside and it was at the 20. I guess we could take that trade as it continues to push to the upside, breaking past the high of the red candle that was before it, that closed outside of the Bollinger. I have this on for 3 minutes. I believe this will give me adequate time it will give the market adequate time to go ahead and decide what it's going to do. And I believe this was the best choice. Let's see what happens. And it looks like we won that trade. Awesome. So I'm going to find another moment and I'll come back. I feel like I got in a little late. But I went on ahead and I took this trade here that closed outside of the Bollinger Band up here. I really should have gotten in up at the top. But as I saw, it was continuing to go down. The RSI had went above the 80 and started pointing straight down. So I just went on ahead. My timer was still set for 3 minutes. This probably would be a better situation if it was a 1 or 2 minute trade, but we're going to go ahead and see what happens on the 3 minute timer. And we are at the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And yes, we have won that trade. Great job. So let's go ahead and identify another good moment. And remember, guys, this is the OTC market that we are trading. And I have not taken that many trades, but out of the trades that I've taken today, let's see, during this time frame here. So I started here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. Out of the 4 trades, 1 trade I did not win successfully, but so far so good. Our whole purpose is to make sure that we dispel the myth or the statement about not being able to trade OTC. I believe that it is a wonderful opportunity. It's just one that you just have to find a strategy that is pretty consistent each time. And that's what we're doing. And I will come back when we have another good moment. And I feel like I should have gotten in right here because it was pulling back, but I missed that opportunity. But I will just have to, that would have been a good place. I was waiting on it to come a little below the 20, a little more. But I think that would have been a great opportunity, especially if I would have got in at the bottom of that candle and coming in, because it was way up here now. So sometimes you just have to make those decisions pretty fast. But I prefer not to do that. I like for it to look pretty good for me to get in. Yeah, I think I missed an opportunity to get in because it's just, yes, the candles are still red, but they are, as you can see, it's going up. So that was a very good buying opportunity that I missed right there, because it did not go below the 20, just was right at it, but it also closed outside of the Bollinger. So we'll come back. So I came in at another moment. I went in for a 2-minute trade, as we will see how this turns out. I was looking at where it closed outside of the Bollinger, and then the second candle closed outside the Bollinger. So I just figured I'll get at the opportunity to as low as I can to get in. And for a 2-minute trade, I'm just anticipating that it will stay above or close above this area. We shall see. It is not, I would not say to take a trade like this, because it didn't go below the 20, but it was right at the 20 sitting there, and I saw that it was outside of the Bollinger. And so I went on ahead and took the opportunity, as I believe that it will close above this area. And in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I was correct, as I did win the trade. I did win the trade. So I'll come back for another moment. Okay, so once again, I should have gotten in a little bit earlier, but the candlesticks closed outside of the Bollinger Band on top. The RSI is also pointing down. So it's out of the overbought position. I went in for a 2-minute trade, and let's just see how it goes. And good job. We have won that trade. I'll come back for another moment. When you have a situation like this where there is a strong push up to the upside and then just a subtle pullback, I wouldn't trade that unless I was just trading just on the upside, period. Because if you're trying to play the pullback in a scenario like this, you will get it won't work. I just wanted to show that to you. Excuse my daughter in the background. So I'm just looking for another good moment. And I probably will I'm probably going to end this video right now, I think. And let me see, go to stocks. Let me just check a couple things. Let's do Apple, Facebook, and Tesla. Let's check out and see. And if I don't find any good moments there, then I'm just going to come back later. Sometimes you just have to let the market do what it does. And, you know, that may have been that was a good, depends on when you got in at. I usually get in on the second candlestick or the third one after it has closed outside of the Bollinger. Seems to be more effective, but it did not go all the way up to the 80 as I would have liked. So yeah, I think right now I'm just going to give it a little time, and I'm going to end this video and just stay tuned for more. And thank you for tuning in to Trade Cartel, where we will make trading, you know, a part of your life. We will make it easy. We will dispel away with what people are saying in terms of it not being able to be done in the OTC